Hello everyone, welcome again to our channel. In this video, we are going to discuss current affairs of July 1, 2, 3 and 4, 2021. Top 10 questions with answers plus one-liner current affairs. Questions can be asked in all competitive exams like SSC, Railway, Bank, UPSC, PSC, etc. First question, who will be appointed as the new Chief Minister of Uttarakhand? Answer, Pushkar Singh Dhami. More points. Pushkar Singh Dhami, the 45-year-old Chief Minister of Uttarakhand, is Hill State's youngest ever Chief Minister. Previously, Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank became the youngest leader in the top job when he became the Chief Minister at age 49. With 6 months window for him to get elected to the assembly closing, Uttarakhand Chief Minister Tirath Singh Rawat put his papers on July 2nd. Pushkar Singh Dhami is an Indian politician and member of BJP Bharatiya Janata Party, serving as the 10th and current Chief Minister of Uttarakhand. Dhami is a member of the Uttarakhand Legislative Assembly from Khatima constituency in Udham Singh Nagar district. Next question. When is World Sports Journal Day observed globally? Answer, 2nd July. More points. Life of many of us is so dull without sports, and that's why we must thank the sport journalists around the world for the good job they are doing. Happy World Sports Journalist Day. Third question. When is National Chartered Accountants Day? Answer, July 1st. More points. Chartered Accountants Day is celebrated on July 1st every year to commemorate the establishment of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India (ICAI), one of the oldest professional institutes in the country. Chartered accountants were first accountants to form a professional accounting body initially established in Scotland in 1854. Next question. Which country is certified as malaria-free country by WHO recently? Answer, China. China was officially certified malaria-free by the World Health Organization on Tuesday, becoming the second country in Asia Pacific region to get the tag after Sri Lanka in 2016. Next question. Who will be the flag bearer of Tokyo Paralympics Games? Answer, Mariyappan Thangavelu. Thangavelu, who is defending T42 gold he had won in 2016 Rio Paralympics during August 24 September to September 5 showpiece in Tokyo, was picked for the honor by the executive committee of the national body. Mariyappan Thangavelu will be the flag bearer of Indian contingent at the Tokyo Paralympics. Sixth question. When is National Postal Workers Day observed? Answer, July 1st. More points. National Postal Workers Day is celebrated every year on July 1st across the globe. The day is celebrated to recognize the efforts and hard work of postal employees that they put into the service. The day aims to celebrate and express gratitude towards the postal employees for their dedication and determination in the service. Seventh question. Which drug maker lab has received a license from DRDO for the production of 2DG for COVID-19 treatment? Answer, Laurus Lab. More points. Drug firm Laurus Labs on Friday said it has received the license from DRDO, Defense Research and Development Organization, to manufacture and market COVID-19 treatment drug 2-deoxy-D-glucose. Laurus Labs, its CEO is Satyanarayana Chava. From June 2007, SVP Rajaram Iyer, headquarters Hyderabad, founded on 19 September 2005. Laurus Lab is an Indian pharma and biotech company headquartered in Hyderabad, with its manufacturing plants located at Visakhapatnam, Hyderabad, and Bangalore. Its focus area include active pharma ingredients, finished dosage forms, synthesis, and biotechnology. Eighth question. Name India's first indigenous drone defense dome designed by Greener Robotic. Answer: Indrajal. Hyderabad-based Greener Robotics develops India's first indigenous drone defense dome, Indrajal. Hyderabad-based technology R&D firm Greener Robotics has designed and developed India's first indigenous drone defense dome called Indrajal. Ninth question. Name the Indian Navy's athlete who has qualified for 400-meter hurdles in Olympics. Answer: MP Jabir. Indian Navy's ace athlete MP Jabir qualifies for the Tokyo Olympics in 400-meter hurdles yesterday after he clocked 49.78 to win gold at the recently concluded Inter-State Athletics Championships in Pattaya. Jabir qualified through the world ranking quota where there are 14 sports available. He is a native from Kerala. 10th question. Which state government has launched YSR Bhima scheme? Answer: Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy on Thursday formally relaunched the YSR Bhima scheme with the new guidelines where the government itself will directly pay the insurance amount to the family of the deceased to make insurance claim easier. The state government has allocated 750 crores for the scheme for the year 2021 and 22. One-liner current affairs. The book titled Nathuram Godse, The True Story of Gandhi's Assassin by Mumbai-based journalist Dhawal Kulkarni will be published by Pan Macmillan India in 2022. A biography of Nathuram Godse, Mahatma Gandhi's infamous assassin, situates the man and his most defining act in the larger context of modern Indian history and contemporary society and politics. Indian wrestler Sumit Malik has banned for 2 years by the sport world governing body UWW after his B sample also returned positive for prohibited stimulant. The 28-year-old has 1 week to decide if he would accept the sanction or challenge it. President Ramnath Kovind laid the foundation stone of Ambedkar Memorial and Cultural Center in Lucknow. The cultural center will come up at Nazul Lands in front of Aishabag Egha in Lucknow. Next, Donald Rumsfeld, the two-time defense secretary and one-time presidential candidate whose reputation has been skilled bureaucrat and visionary of modern US military, was unraveled by the long and costly Iraq war, died recently. A group of scientists who discovered two species of jumping spiders from Thane Kalyan region named one of them after the brave police constable Toukram Omble, who lost his life in 26/11 terror attack. The species is called Ichthys turkami. Third point, the United Nations celebrates the International Day of Cooperatives every year on the first Saturday of July to increase awareness of cooperatives. In the year 2021, International Day of Cooperatives will be celebrated on 3rd July with a focus on the contribution of cooperative to combating the climate change. Next, the 7th edition of the Indian Ocean Naval Symposium concluded in France on July 1, 2021. The biennial event was hosted by French Navy at La Réunion from 28 June to 1 July 2021. HDFC Bank launched a Salam Dilsi initiative to show gratitude towards doctors for their tireless service during the pandemic to pay tribute to doctors across the country. Third point, ICICI Bank has launched India's most comprehensive banking solutions for medical doctors. Titled as Salute Doctors, the solution offers customized banking as well as value-added service for every doctor, beginning from a medical student to a senior medical consultant to an owner of hospital or a clinic. Next, former Indian footballer M. Prasanam has passed away. A gifted midfielder of the 1970s, he shared the dressing room with stalwarts of Indian football like Inder Singh, Doreswamy Nataraj. He played for Kerala, Maharashtra, and Goa in Santosh Trophy National Football Championship. For the first time in history, a team of researchers have discovered black-bellied coral snake in the forest of Bhadraj block of Benong Wildlife Sanctuary in the Museore Forest Division, Uttarakhand. Flipkart has launched Shopsy, an app that will enable Indians to start their own their online business without any investment. Flipkart aims to enable over 25 million online entrepreneurs by 2023 with the help of Shopsy. Next point. Philippines has been included in the grey list of Financial Action Task Force FATF. FATF has released its grey list of jurisdictions that will be subjected to increased monitoring. In addition to the Philippines, Haiti, Malta, and South Sudan have been added to the grey list. Now, these jurisdictions will be required to submit progress report to FATF thrice a year. Next point. According to data released by Reserve Bank of India, India reported a current account surplus 0.9% of DGP in financial year 21. Next point. The oldest commercial bank in country, State Bank of India, is celebrating its 66th year on 1st July. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel GK and Current Affairs Learning Tricks for more video.